Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hey, welcome to our first Make It Monday for 2025. Hello everybody, welcome. Now if you're joining in, we are live chatting. If you're joining me during the premiere, we are live chatting right now on a desktop or a laptop. It's that way. On a different device, it may be below, but we live chat at 6 p.m. sunny California time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, every Monday for our Make It Monday event, as long as I have product for Make It Monday. Now, for those of you who are new, hello, I'm Stacy. I'm the owner of Scrapbooking Made Simple. Boy, did you tune in on a good day. Our Make It Monday events every Monday are where we take product, we bundle it together. There's just one bundle, no open stock. You either buy the bundle or you pass. The bundle has a retail value of between $80 and $100. Today, the bundle is valued at $105, but your price is just $19.99. Wahoo kachoo! And I love this bundle. This might be one of my favorite bundles. I love this bundle. I saw the first stamp and it just reminds me of my mother-in-law who had an untimely and unexpected passing several years ago, and it just reminds me of her. And so that's actually the make we're going to make today. I'm going to use that stamp set. Now, it is from Creative Expressions. It's part of I think it's their boutique collection, their designer boutique collection. And it is available both in our retail store, so come say hey, or online under our Make It Monday category. But you can imagine for $19.99, they can be quite popular, these bundles. So they are available until they sell out. And that means if we don't sell out, it could be on our site for a couple weeks until we finally run out, or it could be gone in the first day. I never know what's going to be the sellout and what's going to sit around and take a few weeks to sell through. It's like, wow, I didn't expect that. Both ways. I didn't expect that one to go like this, or I thought that one would go like this and it didn't. So Make It Mondays are exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. You will not find this type of a deal anywhere else, and we do this to help keep crafting affordable. We know that everybody has things. They have things to do and stuff to buy and commitments to make, but that shouldn't preclude you from being creative and having a hobby that fills your soul and makes your heart happy. I am so glad to be back to our normal Make It Mondays because it means I get to make something with you. Yay! The last month of Make It Mondays has been the warehouse sale, and that's been great. Everybody really loved the warehouse sale. You all took advantage of some holy smokes artichokes pricing, but that has now ended and all that product has been removed from our site. So if you missed the warehouse sale, you might want to come back in June or July because that will be the next warehouse sale. So we are in the first week of the sale. That's where we're shipping at, the first week of the sale. We're almost through the first week, I think, and the sale went for a month. So our goal is to have everything shipped within about 3 months. That's our goal. But remember, it ships when it ships, so we're doing our best. I know many of you already have your warehouse sale order in your hands, and gosh, when you're buying a die for $1, that should be a $20 die. Well, there's some trade-offs, and we so appreciate you working with us so we can bring those deals to you. I want to remind you that if you go to your online account and you look up any of your warehouse sale orders, and you click an item, it's going to take you to a screen that says this item is no longer available for reorder. That's the truth. You can't reorder it. You already ordered it. You don't need to reorder it. It's already been ordered and will be shipped when it ships to you. It's just that reorder kind of triggers people. They're like, oh my gosh, am I not going to get my product? Of course, absolutely. But if you received your warehouse sale order and you showed your best friend this fabulous die that you got for 75 cents and she said, I want it too, or he said, oh my gosh, can I get one of those? And you said, sure, let me show you where it is, and you clicked it from your account, it would say it's no longer available for reorder because they can't order it. Maybe it'll be available again in another warehouse sale, or maybe we sold out, but this warehouse sale is in the books. Just keep looking for emails. It will take time, but we send you several emails. We send you an email when we've received your order, when your order has been paid, when your order is awaiting fulfillment, when your order is awaiting shipping, and then another email with your shipping and tracking number. And I'm hoping that most of you watched the video. All of you should have watched the video for the terms and conditions of the warehouse sale. Now that that is over, we are back to our regularly scheduled programming for Make It Monday. And technically our power can be turned off at any time. I started getting notices on Saturday that our power could be shut off Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So far, so good. I have a feeling though we are going to lose power tomorrow. We have an extreme wind event. In fact, it's so severe that they're expanding it to other cities. It's a big wind event. And when that happens, the power company has the right to shut off our power to help prevent a wildfire. I get it. I do. Is it disruptive? Yes, it is. Would I rather be disruptive than somebody losing their home? From a girl who has lost her home, yes, I am prepared to have the power turned off so nobody has to go through what we went through to get our home back. So I'm hoping that, I think today will be fine. That's why I get to make with you. I'm going to cross my fingers and do a make, and hopefully the power stays on. Tomorrow is our very, very first in the studio with Stacy. I'm hoping we have power for that, and then they can turn the power off on Wednesday if they need to. I don't have anything planned for Wednesday, so I don't know why they didn't check with me first. I would have told them the days that it's okay, you can turn the power off on Wednesday, not Monday, not Tuesday. Friday is not so bad. We could go without power on Friday. Thursday's out. You got to have power on Thursday. So, but apparently, no, they don't check with me. Now, today is a wonderful bundle. It is, and like I said, the first stamp that I saw in this bundle reminds me so much of my mother-in-law, and she had a very unfortunate and unplanned timely passing, and it was. When I saw the stamp, I knew that that was the stamp that I was going to work with. I'm going to tilt down. I'm going to walk you through the bundle. It is available right now. Right now, you can go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com and purchase it. So, in fact, yes, right now. I'm going to leave it at 6 p.m. I'm going to turn them on a little, not at 5. I don't think at 5. So, no, not at 5. I have to think about that. Maybe I changed it to 5. Okay, I'm talking to myself. Back to Now you see how it goes on in my head and my desk. I have complete conversations with myself at my desk, and everybody looks at me like, is she talking to me? Or I don't think she's talking to you. Is she talking to me? No, I'm talking to myself, working things through. I feel, have you guys ever seen the show Elsbeth? On I don't know if it's on CBS or NBC or whatever it is, Elsbeth. I feel very much like her sometimes. It's like I'll be working and then all of a sudden it's like, and then I move on to something else. Okay, I'm going to tilt down. I'm going to walk you through the bundle. I'm going to show you everything you're going to get for your $20. I'll show you a few samples. Then we're going to make something, and then I'll come back and show you the rest of the finished samples. Do we have oodles and oodles of these? We have some. Some things sell out faster than others. I can't explain why things sell out faster than others, but we have a limited quantity of these, not hundreds and hundreds, not by any stretch of the imagination. So if you like it, I recommend that you check out with it. All right, I'm going to tilt on down. I'm going to get started for today. Our first Make It Monday is Embrace Adventure Bundle. Retails for $105. Your price is $19.99. Let's get started. Welcome back to a normal Make It Monday here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Next warehouse sale, June or July. At least I think that's what it's going to be. I don't know. Things change. Every day something changes. I got news this morning about something that I'm not overly thrilled about, but it's going to change things, and well, you just got to go with the flow. In fact, I think one of these says embrace the journey. Oh, one of the samples says go with the flow. Okay, so our bundle is amazing. They are, oh, these are designed by Bonita Moby. I love these. I think these are so beautiful. So, stamp sets, clear stamps, everything that you need. There is 20 stamps? Yeah, 20 stamps in this set. Love this set, and very much reminds me of my mother-in-law. When we would go visit her, she had whales everywhere. She absolutely loved whales, and we would go to the Monterey Aquarium, and she had these wooden carved whales that looked just like this on her wall right above, gosh, I feel weird, on her wall right above her couch. And there were these 3 or 4, some of them were really, really, larger scale carved wooden whales, and she had them swimming along the wall, and they were done in this beautiful wood, and I don't know who carved them for her, but she loved whales. She loved the ocean. We would go to the aquarium, would take our boys when they were young with her to the aquarium, and it was just a magical place and a magical time. And when she passed, as I said, it was unexpected, untimely, and unwelcomed. Absolutely. But when she passed, one of the things that Michael did not want very much, very few things from his mom, and we both come from pretty middle class families, so the one thing that he wanted was the whales from her wall, the wooden whales. So we do have those. So when I saw this, I'm like, okay, Joanne, this one is, oh, I'm gonna cry. Joanne, this one's for you, and we miss you dearly. But everybody's doing well, but I guess you can probably see that. Michael's hanging in there just fine. All right, so, oh my goodness gracious. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna show you everything that's in the bundle, and then we'll make using this set. And I think it's a great set. So the whales, and then, oh my gosh, wait till you see some of the samples. Now, this doesn't have to be a reindeer. It can be a stag. And it says, "You're strong." There is one sample here that I absolutely love using the stamp set. And again, there's 14 stamps here. So there are things you can use all around. I mean, there's, oh, the heart with love in it is darling. Thinking of you, you are amazing. Even if you just use the foliage, look at the little heart that says the word love. Incredible. So they all come with sentiments. Again, love the bird. Spread your wings. You are everything. From me to you. I mean, there's more than what you see on the front. Oh, I think we got a delivery. There's more than what you see on the front of each. There's so much more. They've given you just a sampling of what is in the set. And then Dream Without Fear. Love the fox. You've got Enjoy Today. Hello, Friend. Hello, all the little foliage, the fox itself. And then Adventure Awaits. And this owl is gorgeous. This owl is absolutely gorgeous. Spread your wings and fly. Stay wild. Adventure awaits. Take flight. And again, all these little accoutrements that go with it that you don't see on the front. So it's not that you're getting one of these sets for $19.99. You're getting all of these sets for $19.99, and they would retail for $105. That is a wow. Now just some quick samples. I'll show you more a little bit. There's the whale. Look at, isn't that great? Here's the card that I absolutely love. Danny, I love this card. I do. I just love the whole grayscale of it. It's beautiful. Love this card. And Christine Smith, I love this card. I love the colors. And here she's just used, like I said, she's just used the little extras that come with it, not even the focal point. But I love it. And this one is by Siobhan. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely stunning. Stunning, done with the stamps. Beautiful. Now I have more samples to show you, but I said we're gonna make a make, and we are. And I am gonna use the whale. All right, so for today, I'm gonna be playing with some Wow embossing powder. Actually, we haven't had these for some time. The polished gold and the polished silver. These two colors are phenomenal. They are phenomenal. They are not your typical gold or your typical silver. They are so bright. They are so amazing. In fact, I will stamp the whale just and emboss it just so you can see it. We're going to be playing with that. We're going to be playing with some of my inks, my dye-based inks. We're going to be using the Yasutomo watercolor brushes. And I'm going to be playing with Wow Embossing Medium. So SMS Girl Claire loves the Wow Embossing Medium. She loves it more than the Versamark. So I said I would bring it in and try it. So I've got the Wow Embossing Medium along with the Wow Embossing Pen. And we're going to give it a whirl and see what happens. I have them up for sale. They're part of the event. The only thing that I'm going to hold off on, I also brought in for me to play with the Wow Heat Gun. I want to play with it a little bit before I make a decision on whether we're going to carry it or not, because it's important that it does what it says, and it says what it does, and it lives up to the hype, and I want to be sure that I really like it. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to grab, you know what, I'm going to grab a card base maybe, and my paper, and I want to make sure that my card, see if I can get a card to fit my card base. So I'm going to try and stay in maybe an A6 size. So here's my A6 card base from Sizzix. This is an exclusive color. This one is called Denim. And I'm going to try and keep my image to something around this. We'll see how I do. So I freehand. You all probably have a trimmer. Okay, I think that's okay. Maybe just a little off the bottom. All right, so I think I'm going to work with a size like this. That way I can mat it to my card base and have a card when I'm done that maybe I send to my brother-in-law, Bob, up in Northern California. Let's see, I'm going to lay it out a little bit. In fact, maybe I do these both. So I know I'm going to want that. And I know I'm going to want that. And ooh, it's going to be tight. Maybe I move it this way. And then I go that way. And that way I can have a few little Gosh, I thought I had a smaller one. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. So maybe I can do those. And maybe a little shell. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to lay my card out so I can kind of see what it is I want to stamp and go from there. Okay, so first things first, I want to show you the embossing powder. So I'm going to stamp my whale. I'm going to put this over to the side. I'm going to stamp my whale in the gold and in the silver. They are a high polish. It is some of the most beautiful embossing powder I've ever seen, and when I first brought it in, it sold out like crazy, and then we couldn't get it back. Well, it's back. Very happy about that. So I'm using my stencil and stamp tool from Sizzix, and I'm using it as the stamp positioner as opposed to my stenciling tool. I've got my stamp down. I'm just gonna ink it up with my Wow embossing medium. Claire absolutely swears by it, so I said, okay, we'll give it a whirl. We've always used Versamark, but you know what? I'm not opposed to trying something new. And then let's move it over, and I'll do one in gold and one in silver. And I've got it upside down. Okay, well, we'll just flip it over when I go to all right. So I'm just going to cut. And my whale will be swimming downward. Now, I don't want to get any embossing powder on my sticky grid. That's the one thing that will make your sticky grid not sticky anymore. That, the oils from your hands, glitter, having ink on it isn't going to harm it at all. But having embossing powder, anything that would take a stick away from, the sticky away from something is something you want to avoid on your sticky grid. You get one sheet with your stencil and stamp tool, but you can buy more as needed. They sell them in a pack of 5, and honestly, that's going to last you a really long time because they stay sticky a really long time. Okay, so let's just do there's my well. This time going the right direction, and that's in silver, and then we'll do it in gold so you can see the high polish. It really is dramatic. The first time I saw this embossing powder, I nearly lost my mind. I'm like, Richard, holy smokes, artichokes. Richard is the owner of Wow. He has a great team. I have to say, they're very, very kind. There was a thing that happened, and they reached out to me, which was very nice. They were very, very kind. I won't forget that. All right, so let's heat set. So I am going to use their heat tool. And it seems to heat faster than the Sizzix tool. Seems to change faster. It's dual speed, just like the Sizzix tool. It has the little stand. I like that it has this plastic over the barrel, so it doesn't, this will get hot, but that gets really hot. And it seems to heat faster. So embossing powder is when you take a powder and you change it into a solid. That color is so good. I mean, it is so bright and it looks like really melted gold. It is amazing. It is different than any other embossing powder I had ever seen. I was like, wow. And then, well, literally. And then the silver. And again, I mean, that silver is brighter than anything I had ever seen before. I love these powders, I do. Now we have other Wow embossing powder, and I'll be playing with them throughout the year, but I was so glad to get these back in. They make my heart so happy. Now we're gonna do our card, and I started to lay my card out. So let's go ahead and let's put my card right on. And I know I want that there. And I think I want that there. And maybe my little shell there. Well, let's see, because I need my whale. Well, I'm going to have to rotate it so my whale goes this way, going up. And then here and here. My whale is going to go up. Well, let's try that. So I'm going to emboss. I'm going to ink, put my embossing powder or my embossing medium on the whole thing, and I'm going to stamp it all at once. Ready? I'm going to give a good press. And then I just want to see if I've got all of it ready to go. So you're going to look for what is kind of like a watermark, because that embossing medium is clear. So you're going to kind of move it around until you can see a watermark image, and that lets me know whether I've got it stamped well or not. And if not, because I'm on a stamp positioner, all I have to do is re-ink with my embossing medium, and then I can stamp again. So I don't have to try and line anything up because it's already lined up for me. And I can stamp again if I think I missed any place. Now the embossing medium is water soluble. Oh, see, I can see that even better. Let's see if you can see that. Oh, there, I think you can see what looks like a watermark. And I can see how well I've done. I think I'm going to push a little bit harder, right on the back of the whale. All right, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take my paper off. I can wipe my stamps off with a baby wipe and then put them away. And bring over my embossing powder. So I'm going to do this whole thing in the silver. I make my little makeshift funnel, and I'm going to grab the super fine polished silver. Super fine means detailed, means it's going to cling to every little nook and cranny. And I'm going to put a little bit across the top, and then I'm going to let it kind of walk itself on down. And anywhere, oh, I should have cleaned my whale after the first time because I set it down. All right, well, we're still going to go for it. After I did my first embossing with my whale, I set him on the paper, and it left a little bit of the Versamark from when I did it in gold and silver. All right, well, I'm just going to fix it. So I've got a little bit of embossing powder where I don't want it to be because I didn't clean my whale off after the first time I used it with the gold and the silver. So I'm just going to take a little paintbrush and clean them off. And I'm just trying to get that extra embossing powder off. It wouldn't have helped if I had a static cling because I laid my whale down on the paper while he still had embossing powder on him. All right, so he's clean. I think I'm going to do it one more time since they're still on the mat, and I've got paper, and then I'll just do both of them. Maybe we'll see. Okay, there's a mat. I'll do it again. Bring him back over. Because I haven't moved anything. I moved my paper. Let's just see if he lines up. Nope, lower. A little bit over. Well, it's close. But I'm going to go for it and do it again. This time my whale didn't touch my paper. None of it touched my paper, so it didn't leave that residual embossing medium. do we think? I'm gonna go one more time. All right, I see it. And I think on this one, see, I still can see a little bit of embossing powder. This one I'll do maybe in gold. Let's grab and we'll emboss this one in the gold, and then we'll have both. I just stuck my finger in it, but that's okay. Yeah, this one's better. I don't have a double. And I'm a dumper. I'll just put it all right back in. And I flick. Some people say don't do that. I don't know, do what works for you. Any place there's a little extra embossing powder, I'll just clean it right off. All right, now I've got 2 of them ready to go. Done. So now I'm going to take that powder and I'm going to melt it into a solid. Put all my embossing powder back, put my lid on, and let's heat set. So now you can see what's changed from a powder to a solid is bright. I missed down here, I need to go back, I missed over here. You can see it's dull. It's not that beautiful, shiny silver. That's how I know I haven't added enough heat yet. Go back, just add your heat, and continue on. I think he looks pretty good if I say so myself. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let's do the gold. Any place I see a little extra that I want to take off. Okay. Again, it is so bright and so polished They are beautiful. Some of the nicest embossing powder I have ever seen. Now, let's play. I'm going to use some of my inks and my reinkers to go in, and we're going to color. So let's grab one of my paint brushes. We'll go here. And this one can go back because I'm done. And a little bit of water. I've got my blending mat here. So this is part of a woodware blending mat. I've been using tear off palettes, but we're like sold out of them. So when I'm out too. So I'm using my blending mat, my woodware blending mat. It actually comes A4 size. It's huge. And I've cut it down to smaller pieces that make it a little bit easier for me to use. But that's the size that it is. It's like huge. A4. And I've cut it down to smaller sizes just so it's easier for me to use. Now I'm going to take my black, and I don't see my black reinker over here. I don't see my black reinker. Hold please. I would prefer to use my reinker than my ink pad. So let me see if I can locate my black. Oh, right there, right on top. Fabulous. So when I'm going to do palette painting, I prefer to use my reinker. Some people will take their pad and mush their pad in to be able to palette paint. Because my inks are so intense in color, they're so saturated, you waste a lot of ink taking this and putting some on a mat to palette paint. 1 or 2 little drops from your reinker will do the trick. Now my inks are water soluble, water reactive. They are a dye-based ink, highly, highly saturated. See how saturated it is? Highly saturated, which means I'm gonna add oodles of water to try and desaturate. I almost have even too much black. With just that one little drop will go a very long way. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna palette paint him. Now, the nice thing is that the embossing powder, now that it is a solid, will resist the ink. So you don't have to worry about getting it on the embossing powder, because the embossing powder will immediately just resist it. Let's get a little more water. I've got a lot of black in here. And the more water I add, the lighter that black becomes into a nice, beautiful gray. And that's what I'm going for. Just a nice subtle gray. Because then I'm going to come in and I'm going to add a little bit of shading. So a little bit of stronger black. Just a bit. It does not take much. And I'm going to come in and start building some color. Now that I've got kind of a base color down, I'm going to start building some color. Now I'm not using watercolor paper. This is 100-pound white cardstock. in with just a little bit of my reinker. I could have used even a smaller drop of the black. I'm coloring my whale in. I think I'll add a little bit of blue. So I've got my blueberry pie, which is one of my 6 new colors. And there, a drop. That's it. Do you see that drop right there? That's as much as I'm going to do. Do you see how intense that color is from a drop? I think I'm just going to add a little bit of blue. Just kind of melt that into my gray. And this is just with reinker and water. What do we think? Getting there, right? Now, while he's still wet, I'm going to take some of my blue and I'm really going to get it wet. And while he's still wet, I'm going to flick some to kind of make my ocean. Now that means I'm going to get it on him, and he's going to start reacting to the water because my inks are water reactive. But that's no problem. Because all I have to do is go in and smooth them out. And I'm right back to where I started from. Just go in and smooth them right on out. And I'm back to where I started from. What ink gives you that opportunity? To just go back in. And smooth them out. And we're back to where we started. But now I've got the blue. Love the blue. So now I can finish it. What do I want to do? I'll take some of the blue and we'll make our water, and I can go right over that embossing because that embossing resists the water. And just go right over it. And then I could come in and maybe take a little bit of my spaghetti squash. Let's wipe some of this blue down because I've got a lot going on. Take some of my spaghetti squash and the same thing, 1 drop. Drop, that's it. That's all I'm going to use. A little bit of water. Let's make some sand. So I've got some sand going on now. And let's color my little shell, and maybe we'll do that in my tart cherry. A little my color, maybe go a little darker at the bottom of that shell. Maybe even a little yellow at the top of my shell. And those colors are just blending in together. Look at how pretty this shell is. My whale, my water. I could come back and deepen my water if I wanted to. And I'm just playing with reinkers. And then I think a little bit of kale salad. That was a lot of kale salad. For my little greenery, my little seaweeds. And we're getting there. These are easy, and look at how good that embossing powder looks. Love my whale. If I wanted to, I could add a little more water to my whale on the bottom if I wanted to lighten his color up just a little bit. Just paint on a little bit of water, and the ink will start reacting with that water, and it'll start lightening that color. And when I'm doing this, I'm taking the water off my brush so that I can blend better. Just start lightening it up. I like it. I've got a lot of ink left over. Holy smokes. All right, so these stamps are easy to color. They're easy to use. You don't have to be a colorist to do them. So pretty. And then I can stamp a sentiment. And let's see, you get lots of sentiments with each set. So this one has, with love, dream, let the adventure begin, so thankful, go with the flow, you and me, embrace the journey. I'm going with embrace the journey. And I'm just going to use a little stamp block. Just a little stamp block. And put it right there. This time I'm going to use the Jacquard waterproof ink. This ink doesn't move with water. And I want my sentiment to stay exactly where it is. So if you are using Copic markers, or I could have stamped with the waterproof ink and then colored, and it wouldn't have made a mess. Embrace the journey. There we go. And then onto my card base. I love how my inks work, and everybody's inks are different. Even though they're all maybe all dye-based inks, everybody's inks are formulated a little bit different to do different things. When you're looking for ink, you're looking for the company or the brand that does the most things you want an ink to do. And that's what you buy. And if really you're just stamping with it and you're not watercoloring with it or anything like that, you can use any dye-based ink. In fact, you're now going more for color than you are for the manufacturer. So if you're literally just stamping with a dye-based ink, doesn't matter what brand you use, you're buying the color. You shop for the color that you're looking for, because you're going to be able to mix and match all dye-based inks when you're stamping with it. So you pick the color that you're looking for, not necessarily the properties of the ink. And there we go. Embrace the journey. What do we think? I like it. I had fun. And I love, love, love the set that I have for you today. It just speaks to me, obviously, for for many reasons. But I think I will send that up to my brother-in-law, Bob. Just tell him that we're thinking about him. So the set is not $105. It is $19.99 for all 5 stamps. You get them all. And again, even if all you're going to use, you're not going to use the main animal at all, even if all you're using is the extras, there's so much on each stamp. I mean, there's so many sayings, and the shells and the waves and the seaweed. Even if you didn't use the whale, there's so much on each set. The frames, the sentiments. It's amazing how much they put on here. And for $19.99, it is definitely a value. So it's the bundle that's on sale. It is my inks, and we're going to put all the inks, everything else, all my other inks are sold open stock. The only I Want It All bundle right now is of the new 6 colors. And we have it in the ink pads as an I Want It All, and the reinkers as an I Want It All. But I'll do all my colors. Just the original, the current 18, the existing 18 will just be open stock. We won't put a bundle in there. Let's see. So the new colors are baked brownie, blueberry pie, kale salad, grape juice, spaghetti squash, and tart cherry. And then I used my carbon copy, which is an original color, to do my grayscale with. So there's never going to be, I don't think I'm ever going to do a gray ink, because I don't know that I need a gray ink. I can take my carbon copy and I can desaturate it to any shade green or gray I need. You know, maybe this is a warm gray. Maybe I would do a cool. That might be the only reason to do one, but I prefer that you have one ink pad and it does all your colors for you. It's up to you what makes your heart happy. But I don't have a light, a medium, and a dark ink pad to make a color family. I have just one that will do everything you need. So we've got that for you. I've got the Wow Embossing, and we've got several of the Wow Embossing powders on sale. So I did a white, a black, the polished gold and silver that I did, and a pearl white to go with the Wow Embossing medium and the Wow Embossing pen. And gosh, and the Yasutomo. I suppose we should do the Yasutomo in case you need a nice set of watercolor brushes. Are these the best out there on the market? No. Are they good? Yes, they are. For the price, they are wonderful. They come with 5 brushes, and then the flats are sold separately. Are they hundreds of dollars for a watercolor set? No. I mean, I have seen brushes this size sell for $60, $70 just for the brush. But they get the job done. They do a good job. They're by Yasutomo, which is an amazing company. They come with the traditional bamboo mat for drying, and we use them all the time, and I'm very, very happy with them. I do have new watercolor brushes coming in, I think, to try, and I'll let you know. But so far, these hit the mark and are at a great price point. And then I think we'll do the Sizzix card bases. I have 8 colors of card bases from Sizzix that are exclusive to me. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll do them. Gosh, that's plenty. That's more than enough. So 8 colors of Sizzix card bases, 10 cards, 10 envelopes, heavyweight paper. And when they're on sale, they're $3.99 for the pack. 10 cards, 10 envelopes. You can't beat that. And the color I used today for my whale was denim. And I think it's a great color for him. All right, let me show you some samples. So we did these 4 already real quick. Love this. And this is Siobhan. And love this. See, this is you can take those reinkers and just go across. Love this. This is Christine. Love this. This is Danny. I think this is just stunning. Go with the flow. I love this. And this is Christine. And then here, one of these sets has feathers. They just used the feather. This is Siobhan. And another one has just the, gosh, you guys, they did such a great job. This is Christine. This one is on the deer. I think that's what comes with the deer. I think. Look at this one. Spread your wings. Wow. Christine, that's beautiful. And this one too. They're all wonderful. Angie, love this so much. Love this. The fox is amazing. Oh, be free, be you. Look at how beautiful. And that's just doing a watercolor background and stamping. There's no coloring there at all. But here, look at this one. Let the adventure begin. Taking the shells out of the whale set and some of the background. Look at how cute is that? And it doesn't have the whale on it at all. You are everything. And the background again is absolutely gorgeous. And this one is Christine. Who did this one? Wait a minute. This one's also Christine. They're beautiful. Now somebody fussy cut. Bless their pea picking heart. Danny fussy cut. Dream without fear. Oh, so true. Dream without fear. Let the adventure begin. Oh, wait a minute. Danny did Dream Without Fear. Let the adventure begin. Look at that shaker. And this one is Natalie. Hey, Natalie. This is pretty awesome. Love it. Oh my gosh. And look at how beautiful is this. I know who did this one. I know her look. Yes, this is Christine. This is beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? The stamp really does the work for you. Just because? This is also Christine. Oh, and the next one. Yum. Christine. So pretty. And then the next one took it to a whole new level. This is Natalie. Oh my gosh, this is so good. She got it all in there. Holy smokes, artichokes. Oh, and this one's so sweet. Angie, this is so sweet with the little fox. So with the big fox comes the little fox. Look at how sweet is that. And this one's Dream Without Fear. This is also Angie. Look at these two, made from the same set. Adventure Awaits. This is Siobhan. Wow, look at the metallic going on. Oh, happy, happy. And then Stacy. Maybe not quite as grand, but done with love in an easy peasy way. All right, you guys. So we're back to Make It Monday, and the power stayed on. Now I just have to load it to YouTube and hope that the power stays on. And wahoo kachoo, we have started 2025 with a bang for sure. Love this set. I hope you enjoyed this set as much as I did. And just a big thank you to everybody at Creative Expressions. That's how these Make It Mondays happen. It requires the manufacturer to buy into, well, they have to buy into my vision. Sometimes easier said than done, but my vision is always about inspiring crafters to do more, to try, and to keep it affordable. And thankfully, Creative Expressions, they are a big proponent of all of that. They are all in all the time. And so I just really want to say thank you to everybody there, because we couldn't do it without you. Well, without all of our manufacturers that are so wonderful to us and then allow me to bring that to you. So you will find all this product under the Make It Monday category or in our retail store, but only for a week. Next Monday, it all goes back up to full price because there's another Make It Monday coming your way. Join me every Monday, 6 p.m. sunny California time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We are live chatting during the premiere, and we bring you lovely things at hopefully prices that don't break your bank. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacy. I'll see you tomorrow for our very first In the Studio with Stacy. Fingers crossed we have power. Of course we're not going to have power for my very first In the Studio. Of course not, but I am thinking positive. I'm going to put out the most welcoming juju out there. I'm just going to think, I'm going to I'm just gonna keep thinking positive thoughts and maybe clap and sprinkle some pixie dust, and I will see you tomorrow for the premiere. All right, you guys, bye. Pixie dust, definitely lots of